Hey guys, BriSmiles here, and today we're going to be playing Do Not Take the Cat Home. I already filmed it. I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to put this out just because it's a lot of reading and I do a lot of cuts because, you know, I kept pausing and, you know, reading out loud is kind of a lot. I wanted to... how do I put this? I have a longer game that I want to edit, and this one is... it's like a... I'm still editing it, but it's like more so reading and clips and stuff. But it's also like still a really good game, so there's no reason for me to not do it just because it's a reading type of deal. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Basically, it's your day off, but the weather is bringing you really down, among the other things, but you're drowned to the sound of something coming from the alleyway. What is it? It's a cat. It's a scary cat. Basically we go through like these different types of scenarios, and you'll see, this is a very interesting cat. So yeah, that's what we're playing. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Bye. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Aww, meow. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street? Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. That's not good. Well, that and the weather. But none of them reacted to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh, meow. Finally, the sound sources comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh, guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. I love him. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much opinion, one way or another, about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? I would not. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in a cardboard box these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Okay, I'm gonna save. Return. Now I wonder... I have to take the cat home on the first try, I just have to. It's like not even a thing. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Oh, yes. You're all alone, and while I'm kind of in the same boat myself. Yes, I am. You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more than a day. You'll probably be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Oh, this is great. I love it. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Oh, not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. Why would I let that annoy me? It's just not hungry. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. I mean, it might eat it later. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? What's that? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato sliced. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hee, don't worry, I'm alright. It's just a... You watch as the cat starts to... It lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked by the time you come to your senses the knife has already been licked completely clean. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that's just a little weird. It's extremely weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's sitting raining outside. Not after all your efforts. Weird, or not. It's just a cat. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what to do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting on the counter. Untouched. Meow. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many options left other than tossing a cat outside in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your... The lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked the power out. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outage has been a spur-of-the-moment thing that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab the flashlight and turn it on. Oh god. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. It is pretty cute though. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. Oh god. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on, its pupils are large, round. The flashlight flickers. Oh god. Hold up. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart. It's written as your ears start slowly starting to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this. But you can sense it clearly as if it whispered, "Let's play." Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if you did. But you can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in haste and you fall to the ground. Oh god. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on the tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open doors screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And it's still tainted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on. Holy. Instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. Hello, kitty. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadow into the light from your doorway. It pads slightly over to the knife as it skips into light. Oh. Aw, good kitty. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. A chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths and discordance against the static now piercing your skull. I think I'm being a bit dramatic. I mean, it just wants a bit of blood. Oh, let the cat have blood. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. It's incomprehensible sight of the stray you take it in, looking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The sense of the blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Cats. Golden eyes light up to you in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty streets. The sky is black and bleeding red. This is so funny. It's just, I got hurt and I'm just like, no! But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the roads, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can barely glimpse at the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. Jesus. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadow growing around you. Oh god, the blood. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Oh jeez. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because... if that's the cat right there ahead of you, look how cute it is. Then... what in the world is behind you? Look behind you, keep running. I'm gonna say. Gonna look behind me. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. What? Oh my god. What the? Do not take the cat home. Huh? It begins. Something happened. You think anyways. You can't really remember what. Oh, what the heck? Hello, you good? Continue? Walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Oh, this is great. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of whether you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you can meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Meow? Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound of the entrance to a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only manages to reach down between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alleyway and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris onto the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound of sources become into view, almost ethereal lights of the alley. At the end of the alley, a big cardboard box. It's a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been more obvious. Aww. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. You. You look so familiar, right? Aww. Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like the other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently. Waiting for you to do something. I gotta take it home. You. Meow. You. Well, why not? Right. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Purr, purr, purr. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On your way home, you briefly considered getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug out the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. It feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Do something, leave it alone. Interesting. Let me save. Okay, I think I'm gonna do something with cat. Like what? Say. Because I'm scared. I could clean the cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box in an alleyway full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You've heard that cats keep themselves clean, but maybe it's one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... I say carefully. I think carefully is the way to go. Cats aren't exactly fond of water, so you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick up the cat and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat is startled, but ultimately, it doesn't try to run away. Nice. Aww. Little bath. You lather up your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. This is like when we got Bella. I took her a bath. Yeah, it's a good girl. She was such a good girl. Okay, in fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking to you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Oh god, it's like Luna's hair. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. Well, you try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize that you're covered in fur that it won't come off. It's thick enough that you just try to yank it off, but... Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is... growing. Growing out of you. Ah! You can actually feel it now. Fur is growing out of your back and your neck, your face, your eyes, and your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat. Ew. Ugh, you know that feeling when you have like a hair in your... Ugh, gross. Gaspy cough. Oh jeez. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. Oh. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way. Even if it's just for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Ending 15. Self-care buddies. That's so funny. Oh, I love that. Hold on, let me... I don't know if I continue, will it go like a different day? I don't know. You're walking, right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. Oh no, it's the same thing. The weather is absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's go to load. Let me do something else here. Yes. Alright, so we can pet the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat, clean the cat on second thought. What if we play with the cat? Poor thing was probably bored, stiff sitting in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them. Ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay then. What to play though? Okay. Do a little saving. Look for some yarn. I think my pointer laser still works. Hide and seek, a classic on second thought. Maybe a little pointer laser? Cats are curious creatures by nature. They're also natural hunters, sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it will never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think about it, when you think of it like that. But it's not like the cat will know anyways. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone dreaded days of group presentations in school. So many words, holy. You flip it on and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming it at the mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. Yeah. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches, it lightly presses its paw to your knee. like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle. Not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move a little closer, higher above the knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin down the light. But in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. Aww. The cat jerks, follows, attempting to... What is that noise? Attempting to more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot over here. Over there. And over there. Oh. By the couch. Look at it. It's so cute. Oh. One day, man. One day. On the couch. Hee hee. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto the lamp beside the couch. Uh-oh. In a haste to get the light, the cat leaps onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Uh-oh. Crash. Oh my gosh. The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards. Back to hunch, its head whipping around back and forth as if in a panic. Oh no! You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down and pick up the cat and check it for multiple injuries when... Slash. Ow, hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It twitches back up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Ow, geez, that really hurt, you know. You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason... You feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it... An idea comes to you, or rather a realization? You grasp at the laser pointer, aiming it towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. Oh. Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. You screwed up. The span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Oh god, it leaps high into the air. Charges into the air. Crash. And slams down upon the dot on the floor with the weight and force that shakes the whole apartment. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet, as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size. Eyes bulging and glowing. Tail thrashing. Teeth enlarged, bared, and covered alarmingly in bubbling froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them. Ravenously trying to get the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get away from it. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Oh my gosh. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. Crash. Just let go of the light. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forget several somethings. You forget the laser pointer gripping like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror still miraculously hanging onto the wall next to the hallway. the laser reflecting off of it, putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your head. The cat, as you reach the door, growl. You forget that it's locked. Uh-oh. Ooh. You don't even have a chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. You're torn into shreds before you can even blink. Ending 12, targeted. Holy shit. Jesus. This is awesome. Wait, let me see how long. Okay. I got ending 0. It begins. Something happened. You think anyways. You can't really remember what. Ending 12, targeted. The cat loses its mind over the tiny red dot. Hilarious. Ending 15, self-care buddies, complete. After you give the cat a full spa treatment, it tries its best to return the favor. So that was Do Not Take the Cat Home. I got 3 endings. I'm gonna name this part 1, maybe? Because I do like it, and then it's just a lot of reading. As you know, it's been quite a bit, so we're gonna stop now. And maybe we'll do another one to get more endings. It was really cute, and I like it, so this could be a series. This is a lot of reading, so this is like a story-intensive game, so it could definitely be a cute little series, I don't know. Play the game for yourself. This is a great game. Go play. There's so many endings. 40 endings, you could get so many. And you know, this doesn't spoil, really. I really like the music in this one. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. Hope you enjoyed. Keep smiling. Goodbye.